Hi everyone, I just want to talk to you a little bit about our future plans that Kyle and I have going on. For one thing, we were just talking the other day. I keep running into situations where Nicaragua keeps popping up. And partially that's because I want to go there, and so sometimes I make Nicaragua pop up. Online, I'll go on Google and I'll type in the word Nicaragua. So Nicaragua kind of pops up on Google that way. And sometimes I'll go to Google Maps and I'll type in Nicaragua there. And so Nicaragua will pop up on Google Maps. And it's really just interesting how Nicaragua just keeps popping up like that. And so, anyway, um, Kyle and I, he's not as, I guess, adventurous as I am. We're both pretty adventurous people, and we like to do different things and try new things and do fun stuff. But Kyle hasn't really been to very many places, and so he's not really sure where he wants to go or if he wants to go. And um, the other day we were having a discussion because I was talking about how we should just move to Nicaragua because it's cheaper and then life would be easier. We wouldn't have to work as hard, and I'm all about having fun and living life rather than working my life away. Whereas Kyle is more of a hard worker, and he likes to accomplish things, and he likes to stay busy. Well, I like to stay busy doing stuff I want to do rather than stuff I have to do. So my main goal is to do less work in life rather than more work. And so in my mind, going to some place like Nicaragua where we could live by the beach for like a tenth of the price makes sense to me, and we would work less and enjoy our lives more. So Kyle wasn't acting as excited about the idea as I was, but I was just telling him, I'm like, how come you're not excited about this? Why? How come when I talk about this, you don't act very excited? I mean, at least want you to be interested that I'm talking. You don't have to be interested in what I'm talking about, but um, so he was just saying he's not sure if he even wants to move there, and I'm like, well, why not? And he just he has reservations. I'm I'm not I'm a careful person. I make decisions based on facts, and I do my research before I make a decision, and I've always made good decisions, but I also do things that are scary. And so, moving to a different country, especially a third world country like Nicaragua, would be scary. We don't know what's going to happen to us there, but we also don't know what's going to happen to us here in America. So, in my mind, anything can happen to you anywhere, anytime, you know. So, I just want um, a more free lifestyle. So, Kyle's like, well, what about this and what about that? And, I have something to say about everything. So, basically, we came to the conclusion that I'm fine with just going there, not moving there, just going there to check it out and see if it's even a place that we would like to go. And so Kyle's fine with that too. So we're kind of thinking of going to Nicaragua just to check it out for a couple weeks. And it's probably something we're going to do within this upcoming year at some point. Probably around November, because based on the weather, that's the best time to go. And yes, when we live there, we will have to experience all the weather, but at least when we're visiting, we might as well have a pleasant time. And Nicaragua can be pretty hot most of the time, and so, we're going to go when the weather is the most pleasant. And we're just going to travel around Nicaragua and see what it's like, and see if we like any places, any towns, and there's not very many towns, especially by the beach. Um, so we're going to check it out, and I've already done some research, and we're going to do more research, and um, that's just that's the start of our plan so far. And we may at some point move somewhere out of this country, but we don't really know for a fact if we're going to do that or not, because we want to make the right decision. And moving out of the country is a big deal, so it also costs a lot of money. Um, but the cost of living overall will be cheaper. So that's my whole thing. And I like the beach, and I want to live where there's warm water. You know, here in Southern California, there's beaches, and it's really hard to live by the beach. It costs a lot of money, and the water is cold almost the entire year, even on the warmest, even in the warmest time of the year. It's still too cold for me. And I probably sound like a snob right now, but I'm sorry. I like the beach and I like to go in the water and I want to have a nice experience doing that. And yeah, so Nicaragua is one of the least expensive places to live. It has the least crime rate in Central America, and they used to have wars, but they've been a peaceful country for 20 years, and they're very poor there. So in my mind, I feel like maybe we could help the community there, teach them things, other ways to make income, because Kyle and I are really good at figuring out ways to make money. We're not like millionaires or anything, but we're very good with money, and we always have lots of ideas on ways to make money. It's really more about the amount of time it takes to implement those ideas. So we might be able to help people there, and just living in a culture that's different, where people appreciate the little things, and they're not so materialistic about the type of car you drive or the clothes you wear. They care more about the important things in life, and that is, your relationships. And so I'm just thinking that a place like Nicaragua would be a place where we could live a peaceful, quiet, simple life, where we maybe have to struggle because there's not as many conveniences, but that will make life more interesting. And instead of working hard for money, we will just be working to do the survival things. Maybe we'll have to wash our clothes by hand or whatever. Maybe we'll have to cook more and not go out to eat ever. I mean, who knows? And it depends on where we live in Nicaragua and what kind of amenities we get there. But and I'm not saying we're gonna move there, but we're gonna go there and we're gonna check it out. And since we want to go places, we might as well go somewhere that at least one of us wants to go, and I really want to go to Nicaragua. So that'll be our first location that we're going to concentrate on, and we'll see what happens.